Hi everyone. Is it really in the essence of the state to do good things? Join me as I look at aspects of the state capture report. In part 1, we'll look at 13 of them. The state capture report is written by Wachira Maina. It's about looking at inside Kenya's inability to fight corruption, and you can get it from the website Africog. Before we move forward, have a look at the video that I did called Cultural Aspects That Slow Down Kenya and Africa to Be Highly Developed. And one of them is people who are underqualified tend to be employed for particular positions as private interests are placed above qualifications and competence for accomplishing the purposes for which the positions were supposedly created. Accountability is lessened as loyalty to private interests is placed before the accomplishment of official tasks. Also, have a look at the video that I did called Colonization and Our Cultural Aspects that affect how Kenya and Africa runs government. Now, one of the effects of colonization is entitlement, the belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. Is that something that sounds familiar? Terror, giving extreme fear, coercion, action or practice of persuading someone to do something by use of force or threats. Does that sound familiar also? Okay, let's start. Corruption has been a persistent problem in Kenya since before independence, but it has flourished and put down robust roots since the country's return to multi-party politics in 1992. Key sectors of the economy, food, land, and oil, for example, are vulnerable to periodic heists and systematic mendacity and cover-ups. Everyone knows that so much of the anti-corruption work targeting procurement officers and wealth declarations for civil servant is really whistling in the wind. Reports of investigations done by committees of parliament are either totally rejected or doctored before they are laid before the House, ensuring that no action is ever taken. Politicians are the largest donors to charitable causes. Churches, schools, higher education, and funerals are fan favorites, to which they give fortunes that are many times more than their known legitimate incomes. Such charity is in truth a bait-and-switch ploy. Once moral institutions buckle to the lure of corruption money, the corrupt by absolution are free to dip deeper into public coffers. Why do politicians give so much to churches and schools? To get moral absolution. Make a donation and you're made a church elder. By morally compromising moral institutions, the moral leaders become the voice of the corrupt politician. During campaigns, it is the church putting forward, this man or woman is an elder in the church. This person is part of us. He or she has built for us. He or she has given us things. Our moral language has killed our ability to express outrage. Corruption starts at the top and slowly works its way through the arteries, veins, and finally flows inexorably, impossible to stop, into the capillaries of lower-level individual action. Corruption undermines states by weakening institutions in ways that erode both their resilience and effectiveness, thereby making a country susceptible to conflict. Corruption corrodes social norms such as trust, mutual faith, and forbearance, tolerance. In short, it destroys values that foster social capital, the glue that holds communities together. The global networks of arms dealers, illicit drugs, human traffickers, terrorists, and money launderers are increasingly connected to international conflict entrepreneurs, and all thrive in the illicit spaces that corruption opens up. Corruption aggravates inequality and is a massive tax on the private sector. Hobbling or restricting the private sector undermines growth and poverty reduction, the two main interventions for addressing the drivers of conflict. Superiors steal and cheat, and a me too attitude cascades down the ranks of lesser officials with the same result. Anti-corruption reform has to start from the top. Corruption can be reduced by leaders determined to eradicate it and who create the right institutions to fight it. There you have it. So, you need to abandon the view that there's a decent state trying to govern you, Kenya. Join me as I look at aspects of the state capture report, part 2. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you're new, be sure to subscribe where the arrow shows, and then on your right, there's a bell. Click on that so that you're notified when the new video comes. Okay, thank you. Bye.